out of nowhere question of the week. It's going to my guy Chano Hayes.
You're
What's up, Brody? How you doing tonight?
tired. I'm tired inside. I need like a month off from work, but it's not happening.
I feel that 100%. My question to you tonight, Sarah, is lately we've been seeing these like backstage fights in the middle of like where they sell merch or concession stands. If you're a fan who pays to sit ringside, all that money to sit ringside, and then you're just looking at an empty screen or empty ring and looking at a big jumbotron to see this match, how upset are you?
It's hard because typically what I think, what I would like to think what happens is a lot of these people, they see the camera setting up areas and security setting up perimeters of where they can and can't go at that moment. And like anybody, people are intrigued. Like, what am I missing that's supposed to be here that I can't go into this area? And then what happens is when it spells out, you're so excited because you just happen to be at the right spot at the right time. You know what I mean? So it's dope. Right. It's dope in the aspect is of like you're just getting a t-shirt, taking your son to the bathroom, and you see something unfolding and you wait that extra minute, you get a first like a clear view about what's going on, and it's super dope as a fan. Like you see all those little kids that see Jey Uso and lose their absolute minds. You know what I mean? Like they saw Damian Priest, and Damian Priest is a big baby face now, so they love him. They see Dominic and they just yell slurs and tendies at the man. So I think it's dope, man. I think it's all a part of the experience, but unfortunately, you got to be at the right place at the right time. And just
are you one of those fans that will get out of your seat to run up there to see the action?
If I'm close enough. If I'm not, I'm not going to get stuck behind 20 people.
I'm talking about your first row ringside. You know what I mean?
First row ringside? Oh, nah, that's nah. I'll watch it on the Titantron, bro. Nothing's that serious. I promise you, it's not.
I feel that.
Because I tell you what, I'm missing my next match because you know what I'm getting? A margarita.
When everybody's in their seats and everything's settled down, it's okay. I can get up now. Now I feel like I'm watching on the Titantron too. Got little interesting stuff. It's more than interesting to talk about. Rhea and Liv is pretty crazy. Bronson Reed's taking on a lot of people. AEW kind of had a go home show, but let's just go ahead and start our show tonight.
Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
What is going on, Ringsiders? Your favorite faction is back. I am Mark Shenandoah, the founder, of course. I'm with Chano Hayes. I'm with Nit Ram. I'm with Randy Savage. We are Four Sides of the Ring. What is going on, fellas?
What's going on?
Yo, we haven't been home in a while. Guys. It's been 3-man shows for a while. I was gone for 2 weeks. Marcus was gone for a week. Ant's on a fully paid vacation to the Bahamas. If Ant tells you otherwise, he is lying. My man's is on vacation. He sent us a picture of him and his fiance with their toes in the sand with Coronas in hand. Do not let this man lie to you and tell you he's working. He's on vacation.
That's facts. That's facts. For some odd reason, I guess we're paying for it this time. Usually it's unpaid. You know what I mean? I usually hook you up with unpaid vacations.
Bro, I was confused too. Marcus was like, yo, send me X amount of money. I'm like, for what? He was like, don't worry about it. It's for the podcast. Next thing you know, Ant's like, oh my God, thanks for the vacation, guys. I'm like, what the I'm like, what's going on? I want to go to the Bahamas.
I feel that. It has been a minute since all four of us finally, we're in here. Usually we have a guest. Shouts out to 8-Bit Rick for hopping on with you guys. I really do appreciate that. Y'all killed it last week. My man, I'm not gonna lie. My man was cooking on the show. I was like, "Yo, what's up? What's up with my guys? Someone gotta step up to the plate."
Nah, he's a good dude. Real good dude.
Rick, thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, Stacking Up Opinions. Check those guys out. Booking Like a Mark. Yeah, we salute you guys so much for hopping on, and we appreciate it. Nick Ram, what's going on, bro? Got a lot of Trick Williams this week before we get into discussion. He had a decent promo this week. We're not going to talk about the promo, but he had a decent promo.
Look, Trick's a good character. Just can't wrestle, man. And I think him's little feud with Pete and all this stuff. Like, they already moved Pete out of it. So, nah. Look, guys, all I'm saying is look at the main event picture for the NXT title. It makes sense. That's all I'm saying.
Makes sense. Bernie Savage, you have a decent week. Your boy Seth Rollins hit you up. Is he doing okay?
Nah, man, I haven't spoken to Seth Rollins this week, so I'm actually still a little more concerned.
Talking about Seth, I sent Brandy a video earlier of the impressionist Seth freaking Rollins at a club, and it's funny because if you guys aren't aware, haven't watched, keeping up with us, we did trivia WrestleMania weekend where the Forsyths pimped me out and holding me out in front of random people for the whole entire day. And we met this guy that Brandon met at Brooklyn Comic Con that he dresses like Seth Rollins. He's just maybe a foot shorter, but he's a real cool dude. Like he's a really, and at first I thought it was Seth. I really thought it was Seth, but seeing it, I was like, oh my God, I know that man. I'm like, Seth doesn't have the strap, but it was actually cool seeing that guy that we met in person, and he was nice enough to do some trivia with us. So shout out to him. He doesn't have no social media, so I can't tag him.
And if you do, we're sorry that we can't tag you because we don't know it.
He says he doesn't have it. He was like, "Yeah, I just don't do it." Like, how does that work? How does that work?
I feel like that's what famous people say.
That man is wanted by the government.
Which explains the dressing up.
Yep.
Seth Rollins.
Maybe he might have been just. Man,
Roman too. Don't forget it.
I haven't seen him as Roman. I've only seen him as Seth.
That's facts. Let's jump into conversation, man. First question of the night, dude. I want to talk about the Street Profits, man, and I want to talk about if they will have a better run without Bobby Lashley. Sean Hayes, what do you think about that?
I think they won't because I think the tag team division is dead. I think they need to work in the tag division as a whole before anybody really gets their feet off the ground. Because as you can see, the tag team, the straps are on the two biggest factions in the E right now. Judgment Day and back with the Bloodline. I'm not going to hold you. Theory and Waller, flat. D.I.Y, they only had a month, so it's not really fair to judge them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back on the other side, it was kind of flat, but it was only a month, so I can't knock them. They didn't really get much opportunity. And then you have on the other side, R-Truth and The Miz, love them. Should have never been tag team champions for that long. You know what I mean? And now they're back home with the Judgment Day. So realistically, you're back at square one. The titles are in the safest hands because they're in other storylines that don't even involve the straps, but they're still a modern thing. Until they find a way to put everybody in a prominent position to be like, okay, these straps mean something, it's gonna be dead. It's in a weird spot. So for particularly the Street Profits, even if they win the straps, it's just not featured on the show. It's never gonna be featured on the PLE. The worst thing they did was split them. I understand why they did it, but now look at them in a state of limbo where nobody really cares about them.
I see where you're coming from with that and all. Maybe you're right. Maybe they don't do as well. Maybe they're just stuck in the same boat. I do like BFAB. She's a perfect mouthpiece for them. She's killing it. She's been killing it. Nick, what do you think? You think the Street Profits are going to have a better run without Bobby Lashley? You see tag team?
No. When it comes to the Street Profits, I think that's sad because they're stuck. And you know why they're stuck? It's because they have nothing new and nothing fresh. The Street Profits have been the same continuous thing since they came out, and adding Bobby with it, they were still the same. They could never really get that whole storyline they were trying to do over. So, I mean, if you ask me, what's holding the Street Profits back is just the Street Profits. They're just holding themselves back because they got nothing fresh, nothing new. It's the same stuff. Montez does the flip over the ring, right? Montez does high-flying spots. He gets the hot tag. Dawkins does the big boy spots. They both get hype, and that's it. But they have nothing fresh to offer. And I think that's what holds them back.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think necessarily it's dumb. I'm not gonna hold you. I think their gimmick would work regardless of anything. It's just right now the tag division is in shambles. It's literally in shambles. I'm not gonna hold you. It's just not good. It's literally not good. The Street Profits have a gimmick where they can be the perfect baby faces and people love them. Red Solo Cup stock is at an all-time high. You know what I mean? It is great. It is great dudes, and they have great gimmicks, and they have gotten better in ring, especially Dawkins. I don't think it's the gimmick. I just think it's the overall state of the division. You know what I mean?
Right. What about you, Brenny? I mean, you got Chano saying that the division sucks. Him saying that they need to be remapped. I don't think they need to be remapped. Maybe something fresh, a new idea. I like the gimmick. I like what they do. But how are you feeling, Brenny? You think that this will be a better run for them, or they're going to be stuck in the same position?
I mean, they're both kind of right. I mean, actually, no. I definitely disagree with Martin wholeheartedly. I think the Street Profits are amazing. They're probably the best tag team in WWE at the moment. Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. They have the most success as far as outside the Usos and the New Day that's still active in the WWE. And I feel like they've had success before. They can find success again. I don't think Bobby was the problem. I think the storyline they were trying to cook was the problem. And at the end of the day, right now, like Shane said, the tag division is tied into faction stories. Other than that, they're the best tag team available.
I mean, I see what you're saying, too. I would agree. They are one of the best tag teams in the WWE roster right now. I mean, main roster we're talking here, of course. I don't even know about the New Day right now. They don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if I would choose them over the Street Profits. I think the Bloodline, when I say the Bloodline, I mean, Jimmy and Jey Uso. I think, you might be right. Definitely top 3 tag teams in the roster right now. So I could agree with that.
I don't know, man. I'm not putting them over Pretty Deadly.
They're definitely better than Pretty Deadly.
Whoa! Listen, I love Yes Boy.
That's like my favorite team, but
Pretty Deadly.
I'm not gonna hold you. Martin just hates WWE. Just say it. Just say it with your chest. Yeah. My name is NetRam, and I hate all things that's WWE except for the niche stuff. And secretly, I have Trick Williams posters at my house, but I don't want to show them. Just say it. I accept you. It's okay. NetRam, I'm here. I'm here, Brody. I accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny.
It's okay. Looking like Marcus in the building, he said, I feel like WWE has the opportunity to push the Street Profits more, but they choose not to. What feuds do they have best and since the Final Testament? That's true. I mean, what feuds have they been in that's been better than it's probably been their last best feud? So I can agree with you there.
I think what happened was they was in limbo with the Bobby Lashley to see if he was going to resign and keep them forward. Then once that came to see that they weren't, it was like, okay, let's keep it rolling. Bring back the Red Solo Cups.
Let's have a party.
Stock is going up.
I feel like that's what Martin NitRam means when he says like they just get stuck, and they do get stuck, but I don't think they need to be remapped.
No, you know what it is? I don't agree with him. I don't agree with you because they try to go heel, and people were not having it. But Bobby Lashley was coming out with his turtle suits, and it was not working. Okay, they could have punched 6 babies in a row, and people would still cheer them.
Hold up. I'm not saying they got to go heel. I'm saying what they do is stale. Okay? You look at the greatest tag teams, and they reinvent themselves little by little. The Usos started off with face paint on their hands. We cheered it. Guess what? Then they went hood wrapping. We cheered it. They went bloodline. We cheered it. They kept it fresh. The New Days have always kept it fresh, mainly by dressing up positive. I like it. Unicorns, pancakes, bootios. They keep adding something. All the Street Profit is a Montez promo, a Red Solo Cup, and they swag back and forth. It is stale. It's stale.
How is that stale? That's all you need. It's gas.
It's a good promo and a great match. What can I ask for? And that's literally...
Bro, it's the summertime. You know what I need? Martin, you know what I need in the summertime? Red Solo Cups. The Street Profits have everything we need, goddammit. You're just a hater.
Shut up, bitch ass.
They should use
styrofoam cups. Who knows, man? I hope really good things. I hope good things for BFAB too. I hope she gets in the ring and starts showing off her style and her skill, because I feel like she's underrated and she can work and nobody's giving her a chance to. But I do love her as a manager right now. She's killing it for them. And I feel like with her, they could have a better run without having Bobby Lashley there, and the focus could be on them instead of Bobby Lashley. Let's talk about Santos Escobar. And I want to know if this man's ever going to get the push he deserves and when. Let's start with you, Nit Ram.
I love Santos Escobar, but nah, man, he's not getting that push. He's generic foreign heel, man. Like, he's always gonna be generic foreign heel. You know what I mean? And he might get a small US push, maybe something like that, but it'll be straight transitional. He's there to get heat and lose. That's it.
Bernie Savage, how are you feeling about Santos Escobar? You think he's just there to get heat and lose, be a jobber, a heel jobber?
I wouldn't say be a jobber. He's just, be a good heel and put the babyface over. Yeah, I agree with Martin.
Two in agreement.
As much as I love him. Talking about Santos.
Okay, no push from the two guys over here. What about you, Tron? How are you feeling about Santos Escobar? You think he's ever gonna get that push?
I want him to take a strap off Cody Rhodes, but that doesn't say much because I want everybody to take a strap off Cody Rhodes. It could be anybody.
I gotta do this for the Cody crybaby.
Man.
No, I'm saying any heel, man. Any
heel.
The strap off of Cody looks amazing.
Looks amazing.
The idea of Santos is because he'll come out with a suit and it'll just be like he's mocking Cody, but he's not. He's doing this picture this, right? They both come out in suits. This is their WrestleMania, right? Santos Escobar, Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 41. Santos comes out in a suit. Cody comes out in his suit. Cody has a big American flag tattooed on his neck. Santos Escobar, he has a big Mexican flag tattooed on his neck. Santos beats Cody. He drapes the Mexican flag, and then he takes the mic and he says, "Fuck the wall," and walks off. Instant heat.
Nah, then he's gonna be just like you'll have Dom asking him, "Can you go to Japan?"
What you mean? What you mean? Dom will still be the leader of the faction.
Yeah, you might be actually right, man. I hope you know what. I don't think he's ever gonna get a main title push. Mid card push, definitely United States, maybe Intercontinental if he switches brands. Main title is just gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard to ride him into. Right? You got guys like Andrade.
It's not hard.
I'm taking
Andrade is nice.
I'm taking Andrade 10 times over Escobar. So
there's no better than Andrade on that roster.
Nobody.
I'm taking Dominic Mysterio over Andrade every single time.
That's facts.
Every single time.
Gotta put Dom over, man.
You know what's crazy? One thing. If Dom Mysterio was to win the world title, NetRam, would you be a hater? I don't need you to answer that. You would. 1,000% you would. And you know what? I would not let your hatred ruin my happiness when I'm there with the Mysterio family celebrating Dominic Mysterio's world championship win.
We mean,
to be honest, if Dom Mysterio was to win the world title, I think I'd only hate it if he didn't win it in a cowardly way.
No, I want him to look strong as hell. I want him to squash Cody Rhodes.
See, I would hate that.
I would want him to squash Cody.
He was getting his ass whooped, and then for example, Liv Morgan just ran in, DDT'd Cody onto a chair and picked up Dom and threw him on top, and he won. I would think that'd be the perfect finish.
I'd be so happy with that.
What if Dom beat Trick Williams clean for the WWE Championship?
Well, that just makes sense, man.
Why is
Trick in the title picture? Wait. It's the main title. I thought you were gonna say NXT.
Even I have to ask, who's the champion?
When did Trick get called up?
What's another?
Don't sleep on it. 20 years from now, Dom versus Trick Williams for the WWE.
Ooh, no, I got you. Dom, Trick, Cody. Dom double stacks Trick and Cody and pins both of them for the W.
Eddie Guerrero, Frog Blood.
Eddie Guerrero. Three amigos on both of them at the same time.
And CM Punk comes in and cashes in his money in the bank.
Listen, no. Dom breaks Bruno Sammartino's record, and he holds a strap for 15 years.
if I don't know, you guys are not, don't want Escobar to get the push. How about this redemption story of DIY? Brandy Savage, are you interested in this?
No. Just quite sternly, don't. I wasn't even interested in the title reign.
Okay, not interested in title reign. Shauna Hayes, are you interested in DX negative 2.0?
I'm not gonna hold you. The only thing I enjoy about DIY is seeing Ciampa fail his RKO attempts every single week.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the only thing I love about DIY.
So it's not even like
True. I feel that. Nick, how are you feeling about this redemption of the redemption story for DIY climbing the ladder again for tag team?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Split them up. Ciampa. I don't know if y'all watched his NXT day. I know Marcus did, but his NXT days as a solo star was incredible. Split them up. Ciampa's a solo star. Johnny's a mid Carter at best. Just split them up. That's sad. That's how I feel about it.
I don't think nobody cares about Johnny otherwise. If he's not with Ciampa, that's the issue.
They can
Pretty
reunite
much.
the way, and they can try to fight the Wyatt Six to get Dexter back. I'd like that. That's cool with me.
All I want from
Theory's not involved.
Theory needs to be involved. The only thing that's wrong with that is that Indy Hartwell does not comment on anything that Dexter Lumis does, which is concerning because they're kayfabe married.
Bro, if my kayfabe wife was in a psychotic cult, I'm just gonna mind my business.
You mind your business and hope they come home.
They're not attacking me on Raw. We're on the same show.
Just right to text them. I'm like, I'm still here for you, sweetie. That's it.
Who you think took that picture at Whataburger?
I do have to agree with you guys, man. This redemption story of DIY, like, what was the point of them winning the titles and then just dropping it so fast? And now you want me to get behind them again? I just can't get behind them. Like, why should I get behind you guys? You know what I mean? Like, you just lost it. Why should I cheer for this? Why should I root for this? So I think you're right. Maybe a split would be good, but then Johnny gets lost in the mix, and Ciampa's he's too good of a best friend. You know what I mean? He doesn't want his buddy to get lost. He wants his buddy.
But you know whose fault it is? I think honestly, is that they really thought we liked DIY, but truth is that we liked our truth, and our truth was just doing that's Triple H, that's Shawn Michaels bit with them for like ever. And they thought that we liked DIY, but we just liked our truth.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think people love them. People love them. No, people love them together because every time Johnny Gargano came out, the crowd went absolute mid. You know what I mean? There was just you can hear the piped in noise. You know what I mean?
They got a banger theme song.
But I will say that Johnny Gargano is probably not even probably one of the best sellers on that roster.
100%. He dies every time. I believe him.
You know what I mean? So
that man gets concussed.
When he's in a match, he's going to put somebody over well. We had another return. He already returned. Roman Reigns, man, coming back to SmackDown.
He didn't even come back to SmackDown. My man's traveled to the show and was just chilling in the back, enjoying some catering dolo until Solo called him out.
He had the Cactus Jacks on, the custom made.
Bro, he was just chilling. He was just chilling in the back. Solo came out. He was talking to shit. He was like, "Guess I gotta fuck my little cousin up. I'll be back. Hold my plate. Keep it warm." And he handled his business.
I'm tired of seeing Bloodline merch I can't buy. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Just get it.
Can't buy those Cactus Jacks. Those are Roman Reigns Bloodline Cactus Jacks.
Oh, Jordan said they're gonna start releasing the Bloodline Jordans next year.
They're on StockX right now.
Those are fake.
No, they're not.
They said they're gonna release it next year though. And honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. They're gonna be better than any AEW shoe that's out currently.
Damn, he's not wrong.
Let's discuss something, man. I want to start with Chano Hayes because I know this is your guy. Man, Roman Reigns returns, or like you said, doesn't return. Whatever the fact might be, his face is back on television. Does this make you more interested in Bad Blood in Atlanta?
It does, because obviously it has to be like a bloodline match for Bad Blood. I feel like it kind of infers to it. But at the same time, Roman back on SmackDown, this is his show. You know what I mean? The moment Roman is back on SmackDown, that's his show. Champion or no champion, this is his show. He's the guy. He's the draw. And that's all there is to it. Did you see the numbers report? that over 2 million people tuned in for SmackDown for the opening segment. So it was Cody Rhodes and 400,000 people left because Roman wasn't on TV. Bro, it's insane. He is the draw.
You know the numbers are up after SummerSlam just because Roman's name is back.
Just because Roman is back. I will say this. Cody has had to follow somebody like Roman Reigns in the championship reign that he's had is an extremely difficult task. It's not easy at all. And Cody has done, I guess, a good job to the extent of following such a great reign. But it's no longer his show. Title or no title, he's falling second in line to the bloodline, honestly.
Let's be honest. That's Roman's cameras. That's Roman's ring. That's Roman's commentator. He's there to brag about Roman. That's Roman's title. Let's be honest.
These are Roman's fans.
These are Roman's fans.
Okay? Roman's network, even though they're switching networks.
I'm not going to hold you.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to hold you. So I was telling the guys earlier. So the next schedule released today, right? And opening day at the Garden is October 25th. October 25th is also the night that SmackDown is in the Barclays Center, and I already have tickets. I'm upset, but I will tell you what will make up for this. Roman Reigns at the Barclays Center with the bloodline and complete toe. Both Usos and the honorary Usos himself, Sami Zayn. That's the only way to justify it. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm watching the whole entire game from my phone during the show.
I don't even think it's justifiable. I think it's absolutely outrageous and disgusing.
It is, 1,000%.
Barclays Center on opening night.
It's disgusting. I hate myself for it.
That's the Knicks playing.
Indiana Pacers. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm so sad.
I said that. I don't even know basketball.
Roman Reigns is the face of SmackDown, like you guys said, returning home. It's his everything. You know what I mean? It's his baby. It's the house he built. You know what I mean? Randy, you've seen Roman on multiple occasions. What is it, 4 or 5 times?
I don't even know who's counting anymore.
4 or 5? How does it 4 or 5?
It might be more than that.
I've seen Roman a lot.
I thought you only seen him twice.
Like
Bernie takes vacations to Florida and stays outside his house with binoculars.
I thought he was part of the family.
I've seen Roman. I mean, like we're not counting matches. We're just counting how many times I've seen Roman. It's a lot.
How many times you saw Roman live?
4 times this year.
Yeah,
4 times this year. Jesus, how the fuck you seen him 4 times this year?
Hey, bro,
build a mania.
It's his tribal chief,
Tampa
bro.
Mania, the SmackDown that we went to, and I know there's another one.
Roman wasn't there at that SmackDown we went to.
Well, the Raw before Mania, like I said, Tampa.
Oh, yes.
I know there's something else. I've seen him.
Says
Outside
4
his
times.
house, walking his
4
dog.
times is him showing his face and him coming back home. Is that enough for you to travel out to Atlanta, Georgia, to go see Bad Blood?
You guys are closer to Atlanta than I am. How far is the drive?
It's 5
About
hours.
4 hours.
4 or 5 hours. I can't commit to that flight. I'm not gonna hold you.
We'll meet you there.
You know what's gonna happen, guys? These guys have been trying to get me to North Carolina for maybe last like 3 months. If I go to Atlanta, I'm getting kidnapped. I'm just gonna end up in North Carolina. You're gonna see me a month. You're gonna see me in a month.
Never go back.
Well,
You're gonna see me.
Don't worry.
Bro, they're gonna see me like a month from after Bad Blood working at Marcus's job right next to him. Chance, what happened? You didn't go home? Nah. Marcus got me a room and a job.
Ate some Bojangles.
Some Bojangles. There's no reason for me to leave.
Hey, cookout will change your life.
Say that to my family.
Man.
Oh man,
Because I don't want to move south. That's crazy.
I'm booing myself from taking you away from your family. Oh man. All right, fellas. I want to talk about Jade Cargill. I really want to talk about Jade Cargill because she's coming up on a year since she signed with the WWE. And I want to start with Nitram. I want to ask you a question, sir, because you've watched her at. Oh, I guess all of us have watched her at both promotions. Which Jade Cargill was presented better in her first year? AEW Jade Cargill or WWE Jade Cargill?
As a wrestler, AEW. I think as a wrestler, AEW put Jade Cargill in this amazing position to look absolutely incredible and make herself a household name from absolutely nothing. I mean, there's no argument there. AEW made Jade Cargill a household name from absolutely nothing. As a cash cow, I mean, you got to get the WWE. I don't think AEW was banking as much off Jade Cargill as WWE is right now. But that all falls back to AEW making them a cash cow. AEW for the win.
Bernie Savage, how are you feeling about Jade Cargill? Do you feel like she was presented better at AEW her first year or WWE her first year?
I mean, I think she's, it's in a sense, what your take on realistic. Because, like, I think the way that the WWE is doing it is slowly building stories and things like that. You can always tell the story of the undefeated warrior, this and that. But when it's already been told, why would I tell it again?
I feel that, and I'm really comparing like her as singles wrestlers because you can't really count the tag teams because you could say she kind of got carried, or she was getting carried with Bianca, just learning the ropes and understanding a lot of things. As a singles wrestler, though, she's had 4 matches with the WWE. She's 3-1, does not have a singles title. With AEW, she was 22-0 her very first year. Her second year, she goes on and becomes 24-0, wins a TBS title, holds that for about 508 days. And then her last year there, she went 14-2, leaving her with a 52-2 record in just singles matches. She's undefeated in tag teams. She's undefeated in trios. So I really feel like Tony Khan just really presented her well to us. You could say, yeah, a lot of them were squash matches. She faced a lot of nobodies, but that's how it was meant to be presented. She was supposed to be a powerhouse. And I think AEW hit that on the head. I'm not saying WWE hasn't really hit that nail on the head yet because we haven't really, I guess you can't say, seen a full version of Jade Cargill presented as a singles wrestler. And we're getting there. She's 3-1, like I said. I just don't know really if everything that they were saying when they had signed her is all becoming true. Triple H was really, I'm not going to say bashing on AEW, but you could say that they didn't show her nothing. They didn't do anything for her. They didn't prepare her. It's been a year, and I would probably say her in-ring skills are still about the same. They're still subpar. They're mediocre. You could probably say it really hasn't even changed much. And I just really think AEW has had a better chance presenting her her first year than WWE. What about you, Chana? How are you feeling about Jade Cargill? Who do you feel like presented her better her first year, AEW or WWE?
It's a case of what do you prefer? More matches or presentation? Because her presentation is top tier on WWE. Meanwhile, she's having way more matches and getting more accustomed in AEW. Never had a good point. They wasn't relying on Jade to break the bank and bring in money. But Jade has proven herself to be a superstar in limited matches. She's not even wrestling in singles matches. But it will change eventually. She will break away from Bianca and she'll start doing her own thing. And that'll be the true test. But overall, this first year, it is what it is. It's not a bad year. It's not a bad year for anybody to have. Make a shit ton of cash, shit ton of fans, and a shit ton of merch and see people wear your merch while being presented. You know what I mean? She's presenting like a superstar. She's presenting like the biggest deal on SmackDown.
Sure.
And that's all you can really ask for. You know what I mean?
What makes me mad about WWE, and Charles gonna say I hate them in a second, but
You do.
what makes me mad about WWE is that sometimes they do stuff ass backwards because they signed someone great like Stephanie, someone great like Julia, and those girls are going to NXT. Jade Cargill, and this is a quote unquote, didn't learn nothing in the last training she had, got to go straight to the main roster.
Different things they got to work on.
She should have went to NXT.
She
could have had the same presentation.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, like me, you, all 4 of us. Outside of me, I'm the only one like real casual. I didn't know who Julia was. I only knew Stephanie because of the AEW match at Forbidden Door. Jade Cargill, I knew who that was going into this, and she was a big name that was trying to be presented heavily, and then WWE took that and presented it the correct way. Like they book her like a star, and I've said this before. It's like the person who looks and like she's just a star. You don't put her on the NXT because NXT doesn't have the budget or the pyro, anything to make her look like a star.
To your point, then, there, Brandy, when you say you didn't know who Stephanie was, or you figured out who Stephanie was because we were at Forbidden Door. You didn't really know who Julia was, but you knew who Jade Cargill was. Would you say that's because AEW did a great job at presenting her when they had her?
I think more about AEW. AEW's presentation of her was, in a sense, like Goldberg, and I think WWE
basically
is kind of sitting there saying, "Well, we don't do that. Also, we're gonna tell a more realistic story going forward. We're not in a rush here to ship her to the moon. Because at the end of the day, we know at some point when Jade gets the championship, she's gonna hold that shit for mad long because she should. So why not make her get ready for that moment? You don't put the rocket on her back if she don't need it.
And I'm not going to hold you. Jade was an American audience already kind of knew who Jade was. It wasn't more about the presentation of Jade. It was more about Jade being undefeated. It's like, yeah, this is undefeated wrestler in AEW. She's about what, 42-0, 43-0, 44-0. So eventually you tune and go, oh, okay, that's cool. Jade is a cash cow. 1,000% she's a cash cow. You don't put your cash cow on NXT. You put your cash cow on the main roster and you figure it out as you go. Julie and Stephanie, superstars in their own right. Extremely talented in the ring. They're those girls 1,000% of the way. But they still got to get used to American television and a few other things. I'm not saying they need to work on anything in the ring. They're solid. Maybe pull their punches a little bit because, can't hit as hard and you can't hit as hard in WWE. But other than that, just get camera ready. And honestly, I'm not going to hold you. NXT, the women's division, has some talent for them girls to shape up and wrestle up and help the next generation of women before they get called up and dominate the women's division. The women's division is going to be theirs for the next 10 years. There's no rush for Stephanie and Julia. But also, they're not going to bring in the money that Jade Cargill is bringing in right now. You know what I mean? You don't keep Martin. Do you keep your cash cow on the bench, or do you keep your cash cow right next to where you can hold it tight?
Man, I mean, I get what you're saying.
No, just answer the question. Do you keep your cash cow in your pocket, or do you keep your cash cow right next to you where you see it?
Where I can see it.
Exactly. Thank you. What's the next question, Marcus? Let's keep it going.
You can see
next question. No, I see. I get what you're saying too. I just think in a presentation, why, you know what I mean, as wrestler, developing a wrestler and showcasing a wrestler, I think AEW did that better than WWE. And I do agree with you. She is a cash. She's there to make the money. So and she's gonna do that no matter where she goes. She's gonna do that. Chana, you tell us you love Dom Mysterio. You want him to be WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion. You want him to combine it, be the longest reigning 10
all time.
Do it. You know what I mean? You tell us that. Do you want his sloppy seconds like Liv was saying on live television?
At what? Food or women?
Liv said, I'll take Dom's sloppy seconds. Do you want Dom's sloppy seconds?
Nah, listen, you don't understand. Basically, all of us grew up watching Dom Mysterio as a child, and we're all around the same age as Dom, right? So to see Dom as an adult, as a wrestler, be as solid as he is, and living the crazy kayfabe life he's living, it's like watching your distant cousin grow up. You know what I mean? We met him one time at a family barbecue about 10 years ago. We found out old boys on TV, and we're just proud of him. You know what I mean? That's exactly how I see Dom. So it's like, I'm just glad he's doing this thing, man. And the crazy thing is, he's so over. And my man doesn't even have matches like that. That's the crazy part.
It's the best part about him.
It's the best part about it. He's so over, and my man doesn't even need to step into a ring.
Yeah, and what he does, he's going to be so great. Everyone's going to be like, dang, this man can work. And since the Zombie King ain't here, I could say this. Dang, he's better than Rey Mysterio.
Look, Zombie King's not here, so I'm just going to say it's because of Rey Mysterio. Dom is where he's at.
Nah, I don't think so.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
Dom
that.
only gets
It's
the
'cause of
heat
Eddie
because his
Guerrero.
father put him over. There's plenty of situations.
What are you
And yes,
talking about,
You could put someone over without beating them. I already know you're gonna say he
bro?
didn't let
What are
his
you,
dad-
bro? What are you talking, bro? Dom got Dom over, right? Turning on his dad, did that help? Yes, it did. But everything Dom has done since then has
His
been.
father pitched that. He even says it. It was my dad's idea for me to turn on him.
Listen, and it was beautiful. Look, it turns out Rey Mysterio has a good thought every couple years.
But it's not his dad getting attacked by, it's not his dad that he's in a love triangle right now. You know what I mean? His dad didn't cause that. He caused that.
Hey, he chose the woman that helped him beat his dad. This all goes back to Rey Mysterio.
It always goes back. He has a point there.
An eye for an eye. It all goes back. It all goes back.
Listen, I'm not gonna hold you. At the end of the day, Rhea just didn't make my man no tendies.
Hey, 100%.
Yo, did you hear the crowd? The crowd didn't know the word to boo this man. He's like, she brings me 10 Ds. I was like, boo, wait, solid. She lets me play video games. This man has another point. She lets me be me. I was like, ooh, Dom is a baby face. Let's go. Be a real. You got me looking at Rhea like he didn't feed my man. He couldn't have no screen time, and he couldn't be himself. Nah, you gotta go.
Gotta go. That's what, nothing off of Mike's in the chat. He definitely says, get this man his tendies. He knows what's up too. With Jacob Pena. Jacob, what's going on, bro? His favorite faction. He says.
Jesus Christ, Jacob Pena, first and last name.
That's what it says on YouTube.
Oh, I was gonna say Jesus Christ. Say his middle name too while we had it. Daniel.
He says Rhea Liv. Next. Sounds like he's ready for Dom Sloppy.
Jesus Christ.
Mike says video games, check. Chicken tendies, check. Beat his dad, check. It's clear why Dom goes Live. That's facts, 100%. Shouts out to Math and Alpha Mike. I was on a show last night. We cooked up on the.
Don't you love justified heels? We always love justified
heels. 1,000%.
Dom has always been a justified heel.
It makes sense.
Who was cooking?
Ray's a deadbeat.
1,000%.
Rhea, deadbeat. Let's be honest. She left.
You know how I know? You know how I know he's a deadbeat? My man took a picture in Japan with his daughter. You think he texted Dom for that picture? No, he wasn't worried about Dom. He abandoned him.
Real quick, after those promos by Liv and Rhea, man, who cooked too? Ram.
Oh, Rhea cooked. Liv messed up her lines a little bit, and I don't care if people didn't care about it. I do. I think if you're gonna cut a promo, cut it right. Zelina Vega had a point. Besides that, yeah, Rhea cooked on her. But honestly, Rhea cooked on her everything she's been doing since her little comeback. Rhea's on fire.
Sure. What about you, Brandon?
I'm glad all this is going on. Dom also won a little bit on the promo battle himself. So
yeah, Dom was the clear winner of the promo battle. He's just the clear winner in general. But,
it doesn't matter what he says.
Rhea is definitely the winner of that exchange. She was cooking. I feel like there were moments where they were both improvising, and I felt like Rhea was outlasting her on that battle as well. So yeah, I think.
You want to know who? You don't want to know who Liv cooked this past week? Zelina Vega on Twitter cooked her.
They're low-key cooking each other. I like it. I love to see it.
No. Zelina was not in that kitchen. She was getting cooked. She was in the pot. She was getting cooked.
I'll always back up the Puerto Rico queen.
Yeah, Zelina was chilling in the pot, and Liv was just stirring that shit up.
No, you're stirring the pot.
Brittany Savage, does Odyssey Jones becoming a member of the New Day kind of interest you or no?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't want anything to do with a replacement of Big E. I'm all for Odyssey Jones hanging around, and someone pointed out to me the other day, he's officially an affiliate of the New Day, and I'm cool with that. That's as far as I'll go.
Okay, what about you, Nick Raymond? Does Odyssey Jones the New Day?
I was the guy the other day. I told Brandy that while I was researching this. I was researching WWE factions for a trivia game, so look out for that, guys. Know your factions. And he was listed as an affiliate. I like the storyline they're doing with Odyssey Jones. I've been waiting for Odyssey Jones to do something for the last 2 years because all the closest he's done is get drafted and never show up. Yeah, the whole replacing Big E thing. I think they kind of killed that though when Karrion kind of saved it and said he's not here to replace Big E. He's here to replace young Xavier. You know what I mean? Because Xavier's a bum now. And all props, and I say that in kayfabe, all props to Xavier because he is killing this right now. My boy is just, I read all his emotions. I'm just like, oh man, he about to drop him. He about to drop him. Oh no, they're cool. They're cool for now. Fake friends.
Hey, Xavier is doing his thing. What about you trying to Odyssey Jones becoming a member of the New Day? Does that interest you?
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just happy my man still has a job.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He could be part of the bloodline for all I care. I'm glad my man's still working. He's feeding his family. That's all that matters. I salute you, brother. Get that check.
These orange and blue skies, you know, Syracuse alumni, man, and yeah, I agree with everybody was saying that. You know, an affiliate is cool. You know, and I don't know if you guys caught the double entendre that Monday night where Karrion Kross, they were in Austin, Texas, but then he did address Xavier as Austin. You know, so that was a double entendre. I think we don't get heel Xavier Woods, but we might get a heel Austin Creed. So who knows what might happen here?
I'm not gonna. I have no interest in the heel. Xavier Woods. He can be called whatever he wants. I have zero desire for it.
I'm cool with anything because I feel like Xavier Woods can do anything.
Nah, yeah, man. He deserves to cook.
Do anything. Let that man cook on his own. Kofi, stop cutting his ass off. Let Xavier speak, man.
Let that man cook.
It's gonna be the death of you.
It'd be a great thing to say in the history books that each member of the New Day held the world championship.
Well, that's never gonna happen.
1,000% no.
I mean, that's gonna be a big time getting over that character.
I think all they have to do is have the plot twist of Odyssey actually turning on them.
Hater alert!
I mean, it's just realistic, bro. It's not hating.
I
it's
said
just
it was
realistic.
possible.
It's just realistic.
You know what championship Xavier Woods is gonna hold?
The Speed Championship.
Exactly. Speed champion.
And they all held singles gold.
All singles gold, baby. All rise for El Campeon of Speed.
Fellas, y'all liking Chad Gable's new family, American Made?
Hell no, they corny as hell.
I fucking love them.
They look like evolution Pokemon. Like you start with Chad, you go to Julius, then it evolves again. They look like evolution.
I gotta agree. I personally love them. I think that's we were all asking for heel Alpha Academy, and we got it. So there's no reason to hate them, except to hate them because they're heels.
Nah, I just don't like them. I just don't like them.
Everybody was talking about
doing a good job.
How the graphic looked really good, how the presentation looked really good on them.
I'm not gonna hold you. That tornado tag, Tozawa was cooking. Tozawa was doing his thing.
I'm not
always cooks. You know what I mean?
You gotta do a lot to get over in a singlet. So good luck to those boys.
Oh man, hey, what about R-Truth getting taken out, man, by Bronson Reed? What's going on with Bronson Reed, China? Can you tell me why my man's so angry?
I'm not gonna hold you. Bronson Reed doesn't care about people having families back home because he's hitting like 6 tsunamis and is almost barely ending their life. I want the Miz next Monday just be like, you know what? I love R-Truth. He took a bullet for me. If it wasn't for R-Truth, it would be me taking those 6 tsunamis and not being able to record the next season of my reality TV show. Nah, man, it's dope. I feel like, one, Adam Pearce has no control over his roster. I don't care what he says. If you're a big man, you can do whatever you want. He doesn't. Adam Pearce has no pull to do anything because everybody does what they want. So good for him, man. You realize your GM is soft as hell, and you can do whatever the hell you need to put yourself over.
Yeah,
keep doing it, Chief.
I need the Miz to come out on Monday, say everything Channel just said that he would say, and then bend the knee, and then continue that storyline. Because wasn't like he like Bronson Reed's like manager or some shit at some point. Let's bring that back. Let's just Miz. He gets Bronson Reed over.
What about you, Nick? Are you looking over there like no one cares about Bronson Reed?
I don't care about Bronson Reed.
Oh my god!
Not even if he was with the Miz.
What do you mean he's not interesting? He's the most interesting man ever.
He's not, guys. Like he's a push start. God, I hope they never put the title on this guy. And I genuinely mean that.
You know what I want them to do now?
He's not interesting. You know what? He's the same thing as Street Profits. He's doing the same thing constantly over and over. I don't think his matches are good. I don't think his promos are good, and it's not his accent's fault. Okay, I just don't think Bronson Reed is that great that we make him seem. He's a big man who could do big things. Congratulations. The totem pole is up high when it comes to that. Honestly, I take Otis over him any day of the week. I take Obafemi over him every day of the week. There's a lot of big guys who are better than Bronson Reed, and I just don't see why they're trying to push him so hard just because he missed his home show in Australia. Okay, that's not his fault. He had a baby. Guess what? Things happen.
No, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm about to do a callback from Opinionated. Somebody call the ambulance because that man is whining. Yo, somebody get my man a tissue, a towel, whatever he needs, because my man's going through the motions. Whatever Bronson Reed is doing right now, it is gold. Let him hit everybody in the roster with 6 tsunamis in a row until somebody comes back next week to beat his ass. He's a great wrestler. And honestly, Bronson Reed beat Okada. Is that why you're angry? Is that why you're upset? He beat Okada in New Japan, and you can't take the fact he's on an American wrestling show. That he beat your pressured Okada. I think I just found a reason. Oh my God, that's exactly what it is. He can't even defend himself. I'm appalled, baffled. This is blasphemous. I stand for my Pacific Islander brother.
That's it. Chance is gonna find everybody that ever beat Okada. So whenever you say something now, he's gonna be like, "Oh, are you upset?" Man, you know what?
He did nothing with his career. You know what he did do? He beat Okada,
and that's why you're upset.
I just look. Bronson Reed's my bathroom breaks. That's all I'm saying.
I like Bronson Reed, man. I really do. I just, he didn't have to take out my North Carolinian guy R-Truth like that. You know what I mean? It was just sad to watch. I was like, dang, Truth, you messed up, bro. Messed up. Nothing off Mike says Bronson Reed deserves this push, rightfully so. And I think three of us agreed to accept it, Ram. So
talking about things he deserves.
Hopefully it's better.
I can't wait for the curb stomp on your boy. That's what I'm waiting for.
We got to do it again. Brandy Savage and I got Nate Ram once. Let's see if we can do it again with Chano Hayes here. Or no, it was me and Chano. I think we got Nate Ram. Let's see if we can do it while Brandy's here. Bronson Reed or Trick Williams?
Ooh.
To like be the face of my show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess give me the fat guy. At least he can decent.
He said, "Give me the fat guy." You can't even say his name. Bronson Reed or Dave Bautista. We got him, boys.
Do I want the pancake guy or do I want?
Stop! Come on, Bronson Reed or Batista. He's cooked. He's cooked. Yeah, he finally booked Batista.
I guess in these situations, the Australian is better. Yes.
Oh no, he cooked. He wanted to say Batista so bad.
Jeff Hardy or Bronson Reed?
No.
Jeff Hardy sober. Trick question. He never is. Give me Bronson Reed again.
Jeff Hardy or Batista? Jeff Hardy or Batista?
Jeff Hardy probably. I'll take a drug. Jeff Hardy.
This is crazy.
I think the waving the fingers is better than the.
First off, you're wilding. You're on the same drugs Jeff Hardy is, but that's cool because it's Batista. So it's Batista.
Matthew Mike says, "There ain't no way you have broken Nate Ram. He's seen it live."
Yeah, we broke him. We got it on tape. He paused. He saw reboot himself. He's like, boop, 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 boop. He's like, boop, 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 boop,
boop. This is the worst
keep moving on
of my life.
Let's keep moving on, man. Braun Breaker finally does it. He beats Sami Zayn 2-1. Is this feud over, Brandy?
No, this feud's not over. I think it's going to continue well into probably Bad Blood. I think probably the end of it. I hope we get like one pay-per-view off though, like just one off, and then we'll come back to it.
Yeah, how you feeling, Chana? You think this feud is done?
It's done.
Beat him twice.
It's Dunzo. It's Dunzo. He's gonna move on to Ilya. It may be Berlin. It may be Bad Blood, but it's gonna be Ilya versus Braun. They have, in a short amount of time they've been on the main roster, they already built history. You know what I mean?
It just feels like I know Jey Uso was like, "Oh, let me get the tag. Let's go get the tag together." But it just felt like that was their way of saying Jey Uso was gonna try to get the Intercontinental real quick.
No, because Jey Uso's storyline is about to dive into the bloodlines, so he can't really do anything for the next series for the next month anyway.
Would it be if he had a singles goal to talk his shit? Like what?
Jey Uso will never get a singles goal because he's a tag team wrestler. He'll forever just be a tag team guy. He's the Usos. That's it.
Yo, Martin, I have a question. Since Brandon moved in with you, has he just been pissing in your cereal? Or specifically on Thursdays? Like, what's going on, buddy?
This guy, man.
I don't think so. I think
my presence is just
disturbing him.
I don't get why that statement is so off the wall. Jey Uso is the tag team wrestler. They try to give him a solo push. It's not working. Yeah,
what do you mean it's not working? My man's is the number one merch seller.
If it was working, he would have a solo accomplishment. He has none.
What are you talking about?
Don't count the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That shit does not count.
Bro, there's a whole bunch of
shit.
Bro, look at it.
He has no solo accomplishments. He's a tag team wrestler. When he retires, we will talk about Jey Uso as the Usos, as the longest reigning tag team champions. He is literally a tag team wrestler.
Bro, first off, this is how you know we pushed the button, because Jey Uso is arguably the most over wrestler in all of WWE right now. Cool. He's the number one merch seller for WWE, and the reason he's not in anything serious right now for singles run because he's about to get tied back into the bloodline. Jey Uso will win a singles title
with his brother. With Sami,
he's gonna go with Sam. He's gonna go with Sammy and Jimmy to go. Sammy and him gonna go help the bloodline again. They're tied into a story. What do you mean? It's going to be the biggest event in Survivor Series. It's the main event. What are you talking about?
They're going for the tag belts. You know why they're going for the tag belts?
Because it's a temporary fix.
Tag team wrestler. You know what he won after he split from his brother? The tag team titles with Cody Rhodes. That's the only accomplishment he really has after he split from his brother. He's a tag team wrestler.
And you know how I know
he is Matt and Jeff Hardy at best, and at least Jeff Hardy held some singles gold. So you know what? Even at that, my dude is just a tag wrestler, bro. They are the Steiners.
You know why you're triggered?
That's all.
You know why you're triggered?
Hey! Shut up, bitches!
Let's jump back to the track. What we were talking about: Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn. I don't know where Jey Uso came from. Y'all got him out here like Zombie King. If we said
we got him so many times back to back. He's triggered. He is triggered. That's how we know we're cooking him. We are cooking his ass right now.
We were just talking if the feud with Breaker and Sami was done.
And the answer is yes. He beat him twice.
Yes. Orthodox Mike says Chana's on fire right now. He's right. Sami and Jey are being held back for the Bloodline story.
I appreciate you, Mike.
With that being said, with all this heat, let's take a break. Let's get a word from our sponsors, and then let's move on to Move the Needle.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
4SIDESOTR. The bad guy sent you $20 off for anything $50 or over. And you got to be a new customer. And if you already used the code, just make an email. That's what our friends at the Wrestling Realm say. Move the needle today, guys. It's about Mr. Wesley. I want to go to Chano Hayes. Does heel Wesley move the needle for you now, sir?
My man's was supposed to retire before his best friends came back and got him away from retirement. So, no, I don't care about this. Go retire. Wesley has done nothing for make me to care.
Freddie Savage, does heel Wesley move the needle for you?
Wesley does not move the needle. I have to exactly what Chance just said. Them dudes, literally forced him out of retirement, made him lose another tremendous, trauma-filled championship match. It only makes sense why he turned, but it still doesn't move the needle.
Okay, never him. Wesley, does he move the needle for you now that he is a heel?
I thought he would. The turn really popped me. But nah, man, he doesn't. That promo was whack. I'll be honest. I hate the fact that he's in the title picture. This dude's the biggest loser on NXT. He literally does not win. He almost retired because he does not win. and he's in the title picture. He's a great wrestler, though. Don't get me wrong, great wrestler. 10 times better than Trick. Put him in the match over times, but I'm just saying, statistically speaking, it does not make sense why he's even in the title picture. That's all I'm saying. Also, we love Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's a needle mover. This guy is not. This guy doesn't even touch the needle.
The fact that you even still get Trick Williams stuff out there is crazy. But you're absolutely
ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, he turns heel, turns on his friends, attacks Joe Hendry, challenges Zachary Wentz. I agree with you guys, man. Heel Wesley just doesn't move the needle for me. I'm not interested. I don't know how many times he's going to come out here and tell me he was the greatest North American champion to ever do it. Like, I get it, bro, but
that's Obafemi.
I don't know. It might be Obafemi. You gotta let him reign a little bit more, and then you can probably say that. But I'm just not interested in this. He's gonna have will he have a good match with Zachary Wentz? Maybe. Who knows? But who knows? Month Off Mike says Wesley as a heel moves his needle hard. Pause.
Whoa.
I don't want to say it first. I'm glad you said it before I did.
I will say this though.
Yo.
In his promo, he had a fire ending line with it was something WWE superstar Wesley wishes you best on your future endeavors, which is a fire line because that's what WWE tells people when they get released. So that was a fire closing line. But besides that, I can't tell you anything else he said in that promo besides, I used to wake him up. I'm sorry, you was a good friend. Stop crying, bro. I'm done with Wesley.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, he's gonna be in a match. Is it next week? I believe. Yeah, he's for the number 1 contendership for the World NXT Championship. I call it the World NXT Championship because there's only one NXT, so it's a world title. Who do you think takes that? Joe Hendry?
Joe Hendry.
I'm not doing it.
We love Joe.
Wave
It's mad funny. People feel like they're already over Joe Hendry. The IWC turned on him pretty quick. It's not just touring. A lot of the IWC's turned on Joe Hendry. He's getting pushed too much.
No. Charlie Dempsey got a push, right? New Heritage Cup champion.
Yeah.
What's next for the Don, Jonathan Hayes?
Hopefully, in the next year, I would like to see him on the main roster, but he needs to win the NXT title. 1,000%. He's already bigger than the North American Championship. Even though he's probably going to feud with Oba for a little while. Maybe he takes a strap off of Oba and Oba goes to the world title. I don't think Ethan Page is a good NXT champion. And it's not because it's like, look at Martin getting his sticky notes ready. Listen, Ethan Page, he's nice, but honestly, he's not what I want for the NXT brand.
You don't want good wrestlers?
I want people who are entertaining and can do both. Ethan Page isn't really entertaining.
So we don't want Trick either.
You know what I mean? What WWE stands for is World Wrestling Entertainment. I want to be entertained. You know what I mean? I want my entertainment. God damn it!
That's fair. I feel what you're saying. I feel you, man. Don, I would love for Don to go over on All Ego because I'm there with you either. I don't buy into him being champion. Actually, I think it's kind of corny him being champion. He's very corny in my opinion. I thought he was very corny as well at AEW for a little bit. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about him. But how do you feel about the Don, Nick Ram? What do you think he deserves next?
I think he's gonna have a nice feud with Oba. They've been setting that up perfectly fine. I think the Don might be the first person in NXT to hold everything NXT offers. And I think that's something that he would be well deserved. The dude's incredible. His character's incredible. His faction's incredible. He's main roster ready as he is right now, but I think he's a locker room leader. I really do think that. I also want to go ahead and pinpoint the fact that, especially you, Marcus, I'm pretty sure Chano has said it before. I don't think I heard Brandy say it. Zombie has said it. You guys have shitted on the heritage matches. And you know what? I have been watching NXT for consecutively over 10 weeks now, and it is literally the best things that they have been offering on TV.
Sure.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes.
Sir,
Let me correct you. Let me correct you.
stop you right there.
Noam Dar, Charlie Dempsey,
Sir,
the Don, Charlie Dempsey
Sir.
again, have been
Sir.
absolutely carrying that shit.
sir, let me correct you. I don't like the Heritage Cup, but I've always said the matches were good. I
What's
just
wrong
don't
with
like.
the trophy? It's a beautiful title.
It's not a title. It's a trophy.
It's a cup. It's a cup.
It's a cup. It's not a title.
They say title holder.
Well, it should
Not a
be
title.
cup holder.
It should
Cup
be
bearer.
holder. Yeah, it's not a title.
But also
Randy
saying,
Savage.
real quick, Charlie Dempsey is amazing, and
Charlie
I
Dempsey.
like Ren Sinclair, so I think everything for them works as well. Baby Don.
Charlie Dempsey is really good, and I like what you said, man. The Don being a NXT Grand Slam champion, that'd be really cool to see. Brittany Savage, how do you feel about the Don? What do you think is next for him?
Man, Oba, you know Oba's next. The way he keeps they keep interrupting each other, and you know it's gonna feed the streets. It's gonna be beautiful because Tony D is probably like my favorite wrestler from NXT.
Okay, I like that. I want to see really good things for the Don, man, and I think all of us want to see really good things for Don. I want to see good things for Charlie Dempsey too, man. Dude's a stud. He reminds me a lot of his father, and I feel like he might be a better version of his father, and I think that's really cool to see on television. So, who knows where his career is going to take him and what's going to happen. You know who doesn't remind me of their father, and it's just in boring storylines and having boring matches, and I feel like we talk about this man every single.
Can I say it?
I'm not
'Cause
sure if
I'm
it's a
over
good
it.
thing.
I'm over it too.
It's a bad thing. But liking somebody, not liking somebody because you don't like EDM music, and that's your story is.
It's the devil's music, Marcus.
He has a point.
Come on, now,
That's what Alexis King said.
come on,
He has a point.
come on, man. I nah, it's not. It's just whack, man. It's just whack. The story's whack. Everything about it is whack. How you feel about Lexus King, Eddie Thorpe, China?
I feel like Lexus King is a superstar. I'm a lectual sexual.
I forgot about that. This claim is from Lex King day one.
Yeah, Lexus King is my guy.
Cool
Let's,
for being a
you know what I mean, bro? He's hilarious. Like bro. He'll find his own rhythm. He's on NXT. That's what it's for. That's literally what the show is for. To find yourself. He's gonna find himself. And if he's not, he's just gonna have Nitram writing him hate mail. That's all. Look, he's writing another note.
He's
writing his little note.
Oh man,
I'm over Lexus King. I
you over
tried.
Brittany Savage. Are you over Lexus King?
I actually am over Lexus King. I don't have a Peruvian barber anymore, so I'm just.
I forgot about that. You moved, yeah.
Here's a better question: have you started on Eddie Thorpe?
Hell no. I don't care about his. Wow, what I was about to say was about to sound crazy. I don't care about his like wrestling lineage, meaning like who he's connected to in wrestling.
Who's his lineage?
I don't even know.
So they were originally his video packages were saying that he's a third generation superstar, but then if you actually look into it, it's actually it's technically not true. He's part of the same tribe, like Native American tribe, as like Chief Strongbone and people like that. But he's not like actually related to them. So I think that's actually why they cut that out of the promo. Also, like, dude's not interesting, bro. I can't get behind him. I literally asked Marcus the other day. I said, "Was he at least a good DJ?" And Marcus said, "No." And I was like, I don't know what to do then. I can't.
And
he's not my Spotify mix.
That promo of him DJing was definitely a setup. Nothing off Mike says. As the resident Tony D stan, I don't think he beats Odo, but gladly take it. He's a damn good technical wrestler, and we've gotten to see. We did get to see him with the cut matches. So, I do agree with you there. Tony D is definitely gonna be great. He also said we don't know about the EDM raves, man. I do, man. I'm a big raver. EDM music is probably what I'm. It's up there for me.
We've been to EDC.
Yeah, I've been to EDC on multiple occasions. I've been at plenty of raves.
I've never been more disappointed in the Hernandez brothers than I am right now.
Hey, bro,
I was supposed to meet them in Orlando one year.
That's very true.
I didn't go.
You didn't go.
You want to go this year, y'all?
I like to have a good time,
man.
man. You know what I mean? I like to have a good time. I like to party. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Are you one of those dudes that does the just the little step sing?
I could shuffle a little bit. Chana, let me ask you a question, man. Is Wendy Chu her gimmick? Is that main roster material?
I feel like why not? Just be creepy as hell on the main roster. You know what I mean? That always works. Just scare the girls on the main roster. Why not?
What about you, Brandy Savage? You feel like Wendy Chu's gimmick is main roster material?
It's hard to say. I feel
Sleep
like
paralysis.
things translate, and it's right now. It wouldn't be a good time with the Y at 6, but in time it would.
Fair enough. Different. Wendy Chu.
I love her.
He does
a lot. I love her a lot. I also think that it's fine. I really wished her and Tatum Paxley would have just actually been a tag team. So I think that would have been main roster material. But shouts out to Tatum Paxley for having a good match this week also. Just throwing it out there.
That's very true. We had Obafemi Notice have a match. It was a pretty decent match. They did their thing. He still retains his title. Brittany Savage, who takes his title from Obafemi if it's not Tony D?
Honestly, if it's not Tony D, I don't think anybody should. But at the same time, while I'm saying that, I don't feel like Tony D should even be focused on that title. But the biggest guy, wrestling wise, and being older is probably Oba, so it makes sense to go after that guy, like knock him down a peg. But I hate when a situation would happen. Let's say Tony D actually wins, and then Oba goes for the main title. It's like, but Tony should have went for that title in the first place. So that's just why I hate that predicament.
Well, true. Tony wasn't gonna Tony's thing wasn't gonna be about the title, really. I mean, he has a title, so he'll take it. But it was more about the disrespect, which is
I get that. Yeah.
Which is so hilarious because he straight disrespected Oba the week before. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. I get where it's all coming from. It's more of a battle of pride than it is for the actual title. But of course, they throw the title on it. To answer your question, who beats Oba? No one. If it's not Tony, no one. He leaves.
Somebody has to beat Oba. I'm not gonna hold.
No, he gets called up and he has to leave the title behind. Or they do something real stupid like they did with Solo, and they'd be like, "Bro, actually, you was never champion."
I'm not gonna hold you. That's my man's. He's gonna take a loss. I'm not gonna hold you. Somebody has to beat him.
Somebody definitely has to.
That's not true though. He could be a fatal 4-way and not get pinned. Triple threat.
I mean,
not get pinned.
it still
match,
counts.
not get pinned.
It still counts as a loss. Why are you so triggered today? Why are you so triggered today, Nitram? Nitram, do you need a hug? I can get Brandon to go to your room and give you a hug. I feel like I broke you, and if I did, I'm sorry.
It's locked. It's locked, Brandon.
He's broken.
Oh man,
I broke Nitram, guys.
An interesting comment here for you guys. I laughed when I read this. He says, "I'm looking forward to Bastion Berlin when Randy Orton wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Then he'll team with Braun Breaker and Lexus King as the new legacy to feud with Cody Rhodes."
I'll take it.
What?
I'll take it. As long as somebody beats Cody, that's all that matters.
I'll take it. Hey, also on Tuesday, man, to close out the show, NXT crowns new tag team champions in the U. Is this is Titus O'Neil, right? Who?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like you're throwing up. I feel like you're throwing up a racial slur, Marcus. I feel offended.
The U? What?
Coming to my U people. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what you think it is. You go get those people knocking on your door.
Red didn't want to get offended, so he split his pinky when he did his.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't even do it correctly. He's like, I didn't even do it correctly. It wasn't even me. It was Marcus Hernandez.
You guys popped when they won the titles?
I didn't pop. I was sad that Faction lost because them guys are ballers.
Yeah, I was excited because Chase U deserves it. What I wasn't excited about is that Rich Holland's a champion.
Why are you not happy about Rich Holland?
Oh, boo this man.
What?
I won't.
Unless it's a Freebird rule. Oh, y'all see that man should not be trusted. Y'all see.
It's all part of the plan, bro. If there's anything we've learned about Mr. Andre Chase is that man's really a snake. He'll do anything he can to be on top, anything he can to be relevant. And Rich Holland was going to be that guy to make him relevant, which is only going to cause a stir between Duke Hudson and Rich Holland.
I'm not gonna hold you. Chase U
Hudson to be a single star. I'm all for that.
I'm not gonna hold you. Chase U is not working on the main roster.
It's not. But Duke Hudson can be main roster.
I can see it working.
No, Chase U would work on the main roster forever. It's not something you need the same cast of people to do. You can change it all the time because we have new people coming in. You can recruit rookies. It's something that could be beautifully done.
You know what?
If it's got
Spirit Squad can work.
Nah.
Spirit Squad can work on main roster. Chase U can work on main roster.
Listen, Spirit Squad had talent.
They had Dolph Ziggler. That's it.
And
Name the other four. Name the other four. Go.
Nikki, Ricky, Sticky, Bicky, Blicky, Richie. I got one right. One was written Nikki. I know one was Nikki.
Yeah, that's Dolph Ziggler.
Wednesday night, man, was a great night too, in my opinion. The CEO goes over Sheeta. Dr. Britt Baker comes out, which it just looks sloppy, man. I don't feel like these girls were ready. Britt Baker, CEO, Mercedes Moné.
I'm not gonna hold you guys. AEW has not been hitting for me lately. For some reason, something just feels off. I just been taking a couple of weeks off from it. It's been real weird for me lately. It's just, I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. So I'm taking a couple of weeks off. But am I excited about the match between Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné? Not really. I'm not really a fan of Britt Baker's in-ring work. Mercedes is a dog, so I know it'll be a good match. But I feel like the title's not really going over. I feel like the title's not going to Britt. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I don't think Britt's getting the title. I'm not going to say that Britt. I mean, dude, Britt Baker can work her ass off. She's incredible in ring.
Yeah, she
I feel you. I just haven't seen it the last few Britt Baker matches. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. I get
She's
that.
been off TV for a long time. To be fair,
That's what I'm saying. In the year and some change, I've been watching AEW. I have not seen what you guys see in Britt Baker. I just haven't. Maybe she was a dog before I started watching, but I have not. There was nothing.
You would have loved it because she used to come out in a wheelchair because she had a broken nose. You would have loved it. I'm telling you.
That sounds mad funny. But yeah, I just don't see it. Her last couple matches, I wasn't really a fan of, so I'm not really excited for this. I'm not really excited for this match for Britt Baker. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get into our Wembley predictions too. It's coming up the 25th, right? So let's talk Brady Savage. That's his girls, the CEO, Mercedes Moné, man. How do you feel about all this, man? You think we're ready for this match? You think they're ready for this match, or should we have gotten somebody else for Mercedes?
Man, I can't even lie. Mercedes is ready for anybody, but I don't know if she's ready. She hasn't been like hitting the same in ring, so I'm nervous because all y'all cut her slack. And every match she's had, it's kind of like, y'all be shitting. So I'm a little nervous no matter who she's in the ring with.
Okay. Different.
I am super excited for this match. Not because of the match itself, which I know is going to be great. I think Britt's a fabulous wrestler. I really do. I think she's actually awesome. I think she was the stone. Her and Sheeta were like literally the two best wrestlers on that roster for years. While these women were up and coming, developing their own styles and stuff. I think Camille is the big factor in all of this. Either way, I don't think this match is gonna be the banger everyone thinks it's gonna be. I think it's the setup of a feud. You know what I mean? Like this is the setup of the rivalry between Britt and Mercedes, the DMD versus CEO. So this is not gonna be the big crazy 5-star match that everybody wants. I think Camille has a big part, and honestly, I think we get a Jamie Hayter return. And like I said, it builds up the rivalry. So that way, 2 years from now, we can have a documentary called DMD versus CEO, and we can watch it all break down to the big old match that they have when they headline Wembley 2 years from now.
Allegedly, Britt Baker doesn't want nothing to do with Jamie Hayter, according to SRS. So, And I think Jamie Hayter's going to return for that open challenge that Soraya has. Or Soraya. However the hell you pronounce her name.
I have my thoughts on Jamie Hayter, and like I said, we'll definitely get into that next week when we talk All In women. I think this match is going to be good. I was laughing during this segment. I'm not sure if you guys watched it on television, but I was laughing because it was all like awkward. But then Camille goes up to this fan who thought, they thought it was Dr. Britt Baker. And in my mind, I was just like, imagine you bought ringside tickets. You're trying to enjoy a wrestling show. And then this brolic woman just comes and manhandles you over the barricade and just whoops your ass. And then you're not Britt Baker. It's
what you pay for, man.
It's why we love wrestling. It's the entertainment things. You're absolutely right, man. I want to talk to you, Nick Ram, for a second because I know he knows this man definitely from his TNA days. We've watched him a lot. We are huge fans of this guy. China and Brandy, I'm not sure how much you know about his TNA, his TNA career, his Ring of Honor career, his New Japan career. But Jay Lethal, man, Nick Ram, you think he should be in a mid-card title spot, or you think he's good where he is, being the legend that he is and training these young guys and putting over these young guys?
So Jay Lethal's always going to get a pop out of me. He went in there looking like prime Jay Lethal for like the first 3 minutes because ideally this was more of a squash match, to be honest. But he had the springboards and everything. He was looking like a spring chicken out there, and it was great. He's always going to get a pop out of me, but I'm gonna be like Chano for a second. Jay Lethal has done a lot in his career, and it's starting to show on his body. Jay Lethal, he old, man. He old. So he just needs to be putting these young guys over, getting the quick pops, being that legend. But he old, man.
What about you, China? How you feeling about Jay Lethal?
I'm not gonna let you. I just looked up Jay Lethal's age, and he's so much younger than I thought he was. I thought my man was like in his 50s. Jay Lethal's 39 years old.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's
young.
He's got what? 2 more years for you?
6. He has 6 more years. 45 is my cutoff. Once you hit 40,
39. I'm gonna say he's been doing this since he was probably like 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, I remember him from the mid 2000s on TNA. I remember when he did the woo for Ric Flair, and Ric Flair lost his absolute mind. You remember that? Woo! Woo! Ric Flair just going crazy.
He was like, "You don't do that. That's my line."
They were going in, man.
I really thought Jay Lethal was like 50 years old. I'm not gonna hold you for how long he's been on television. He's been on TV for like 20 years, and it's insane. So maybe he should get a mid-card title run. You know what I mean? He's still got some wheels on the grease. He can still move, obviously. It turns out to say that my ageism is completely superficial, and it turns off the moment I find out you're not 45. You know what I mean? Give my man a strap.
Chano was like, yeah, man, that guy needs to retire. 39. Oh man, give that guy the belt.
That's exactly how it works. I promise you.
How you feeling, like
Jeff Jarrett? Get that man out of here.
We talked about this last week.
Listen, Jeff
Jarrett like that.
He needs to go.
How you feeling about Brandy? How you feeling about Jay Lethal?
I mean, I was surprised at how young he is too. That's kind of crazy considering all the things he's done. But yeah, I mean, the guy needs some mid-card success.
Maybe he'll get it. I think he finally has to leave that faction that he's in, and figures it all out. And one thing I loved about AEW on Wednesday night was Pac's promo. I thought Pac's promo was fantastic, and I thought he saved what everybody was questioning. Wasn't he number one contender? Wasn't he supposed to be at All In? Comes out and he says, "Yeah, that's supposed to be me." But Will Ospreay was being a big baby. Went to DK's office, complained to DK, Daddy Khan, and got his rematch and took his moment because he could do that because he's in the pocket of Tony Khan, right? And then says, "You know what?" And says, "It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm not stressing it." But at All Out, whoever it is, you're getting your ass beat.
I just looked it up. My fault for the last thing. Jay Lethal literally debuted on TNA at 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
crazy. He debuted in 2004, so he's literally been doing this for 20 years old. Since 19 years old. That's insane. When you think about it, that's one hell of a career, brother. And you're not even washed in my book. and I'm prejudiced as hell. You know what I mean? So keep doing your thing and keep balling. Jesus Christ.
How'd you guys feel about the Pac promo? You thought it was interesting enough for you to stay interested in him?
Pac, I love Pac. I think Pac's an absolute baller. You know what I mean? It sucks that he's gotten injured as much as he has, so he lost some momentum. But he's talented as hell. I think AEW's issue is they have way too many talented guys that they don't have no absolute idea what to do with. You know what I mean? And it's not like they have house shows either where they can rotate these guys in and out so they can keep being fresh. They just they wrestle twice a week on their main shows and call it a day. Pac's a dog. You give Pac any championship and he's immediately making that title better because he puts on great, phenomenal matches, and he's built like a pit bull. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's facts. How about you, Nick Ram?
I'm glad they tied up that loose end. I feel like it was more people on Twitter calling it out, and TK was like, "My bad, y'all. I forgot my own storylines." But dude, I mean, the thing is, it's like realistically, like Pac's not winning that belt, right? Whether it's Will, whether it's MJF. So it's like, I don't want to see Pac lose. And I don't know how you go around it to the point where it's going to look good if he does lose. Like, Pac's a serious threat. But like Chano said, you know, he's had injuries and injuries and injuries. He's done trios division. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, we don't know what's going on with his two tag team partners in the trios divisions. So it's like, I don't want to see him lose as a singles star. And either way, he's going to lose. You know, he's not beating Will, which that match would be insane. He's not beating MJF, and that match is going to be incredible. So it's a win-win either way. All out, good show already.
Okay. All right. For you, Bernie Savage, Pac?
Pac. I mean, I love Pac. I mean, I think he's one of those people, you know, just lost in the shuffle of a huge, great roster.
It's fair enough, man. Hey, you got all these, you know, got all these great guys. And you just gotta find good spots for him. Never mind, I don't agree with you. I think Pac gets his hands on this title because I think MJF Will Ospreay 3 doesn't need the title. The feud is already there, and we'll get that. So who knows? And I think Pac with the championship would be great, especially, you know, if he turns it back to that international championship. You know, not that first one that Chance has hanging on his wall, but still a pretty title. You know, so we'll see. The Young Bucks, man, they retain their titles. They get help from FTR, sadly, in a DQ. FTR versus the Acclaim next week on Collision, or this week on Collision. I'm sorry, for number one contendership at All In. Fellas, do you think this match should just be a triple threat ladder match at All In? Call it a day?
I think that's exactly what it's going to be.
I mean, at this point, but oh wow, you're getting FTR versus the Young Bucks once again. This is amazing. Thank you, Tony Khan, for giving us this incredible match.
Stop
once again.
You love their matches. You love their matches
involving ladders. Oh no, is this the second back-to-back match for the titles on a ladder? This is amazing. Thank you, Tony Khan.
Matches.
Bro, last year at Wembley was great. The dog shit match they had was, I was like, oh, okay. You redeemed yourself because you're CM Punk guys, and we must defeat you for the elite. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Tony Khan's tag team division is in the shitter as well. We can't build another tag team to face the Young Bucks. I really thought the Young Bucks and the Acclaim was Wembley. You know what I mean? They built them for. I was like, oh my god. I was like, cool. The Acclaim are back at Wembley as for the tag team titles. But no, FTR got involved. So I now I don't care. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't care for FTR and the Young Bucks 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't care about it. I just said TK has talent out the ass on his roster. You know what I mean? And we're just not gonna use it. We're not gonna use nobody at all.
Fact.
None of
got
them.
a perfectly good Butcher and Blade on the bench.
I feel what you're saying. You know,
Bro, you can bro. I swear to God, if you're giving me the Lucha Bros, I know the Lucha Bros is in limbo, Well, you're gonna give me the Lucha Bros that you haven't done the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks in I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years. You could have given me that match at Wembley and I would have been excited. I feel like whenever Tony doesn't know what to do for a big show, he's like, ooh, FTR, the Young Bucks. It gets the indie fans going. But it only got the indie fans going because it didn't happen, and then they kept it so separated, and now we get it every Tuesday. It's like a WWE rerun on a Monday Night Raw. We're gonna run this match until the wheels fall off. No, they're your two best teams for a reason. Let them be on a separate end. Tony, give me a brand split and separate these guys. Jesus Christ.
Maybe we'll get it one day, man. I just really hope that the Acclaim wins these titles overall. Wherever they get
I don't care who wins this match. Just build your tag team division better, please. You have talent.
I think the Acclaim can help build that tag team division. Remap the tag team division, make it better. We had a stipulation match called Wednesday Night too. I want to talk to you guys about Jack Perry, Darby Allin. It's going to be in a coffin match. We're going to get into it. Like I see, we'll definitely talk about this match next week. I was on Mouthing Off of Mike last night, or the nightcap for AEW Wednesday nights. And I said this match should have a glass coffin. Johnny, do you agree?
I believe, however, Darby Allin feels like ruining his body for the night, he should feel comfortable doing that. You know what I mean? If that's a glass coffin, have fun, buddy. I know TK offers a great health insurance, so you'll be fine.
Get body slammed through a glass casket, DDT through a glass casket. You know what I mean?
Listen, if that's what he's into, who am I to judge him?
Tony Khan say it's for the sickos. Bernie Savage, is that sicko enough for you? You in your sicko mode?
Darby's sicko enough for me. He doesn't have to do anything else to prove he goes into sicko mode.
What about you, Nick Ram?
I'd be more concerned.
Would that be great if you watched Darby Allin go through a glass casket?
I mean, I think it would be a crazy visual to see the top burst down while Darby lands in the casket, and then because it's see-through, you just see it fill up with some red blood. The visual's insane.
So you just want Darby to die? That's what you're telling me. You want to see Darby's?
No,
you want to see Darby Allin's? No. You want to see Darby's dead body inside of a already made casket for him. So you want Darby to dive into his own casket?
That's how he wants to go.
Jesus Christ, Martin! I'm sorry I broke you. Okay, you don't got to wish death on Darby Allin. He has a family, Martin.
Darby Allin's listening right now, and he's like, you know what, man? I'm gonna drink extra blood thinners that day. That's what he's saying. It's
crazy. Martin's like, how I booked Darby Allin for the next All In? Give me Darby versus anybody. First to death match. First one to die loses. Give me Darby Allin and Jeff Jarrett. An actual buried alive match. He's like, don't give me that bullshit. No safety requirements. Just bury the man alive. If he makes it, he makes it.
He'd be dying a lot on television too, on AEW, man, and they show this man no justice. Me and China talked about it back in Blood and Guts days, man. It's my dude Wheeler Yuta, man.
Killing him. Dead. Every single time. For no reason. Bro, he'd be dead on television. I feel like when TK signed him, he was like, you're going to die a lot. And Wheeler Yuta was like, yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. He's like, no, you don't get it. You're going to die a lot.
Man, I'm going to be the Undertaker.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, bro, if I was Wheeler Yuta, I would go to my nearest police department and be like, I fear for my life every single week. I don't know what my boss has in store for me. He had me getting choked out by a chain. My teammate almost didn't give up the match. I saw him falter because he really wanted to win. I got Swerve beat the shit out of me. I'm sorry.
I deserve this. I wrestle a broken collarbone to a guy.
I'm a good man. I'm a good man. I promise. I promise I'm a good man.
Swerve Strickland, man, bodies him, and just a beautiful squash match. Did this build up Daniel Bryan and Swerve enough for you? Did the Daniel Bryan video package do it for you? Did you shed a tear like all the IWC was saying?
I did. I'm not gonna hold you. I acknowledge Bryan Danielson as the American Dragon next to Jake Long, temporarily, of course, until he retires, and I'm giving it up. But honestly, I'm not going to hold you. Think about it. Like a year ago, we had Wheeler Yuta and Kenny Omega go head-to-head, toe-to-toe, mano-y-mano in a 50-50 match, and then you just have Swerve beat the brakes off Wheeler Yuta. What are we doing here? Sometimes
Hey,
TK's continuing just messes with me.
It only tells you one thing, or two things: either Swerve is better than Kenny Omega, or Wheeler Yuta is just getting worse.
Probably a combination of both. You know what I mean? I guarantee you, I'm gonna try to find a clip of Wheeler Yuta making Kenny Omega struggle, and then a clip of Swerve just beating the dog shit out of Wheeler Yuta. I'm like, yeah, Swerve's a better wrestler than Kenny Omega, clearly. And just watch them eat me alive.
Clearly.
Oh man, fellas, before we get out of here, man, I got one more thing I want to talk about. But let's go ahead and show our 3-count trivia trailer one more time.
And now your host, Martin Big Ray Hernandez. So precious. It's honestly one of the best titles. No, you guys deserve it. And I'm your host, the one that makes them say, "Oh damn!" It's your boy, it's Nick Ram. World title reign. Two-rated RKO have combined.
Oh god.
3-count trivia. You don't have to pre-register no more. You can register right now. DM us on X 4sidesOTR or email us 4sidesOTR@gmail.com. We have the host, the one that makes you say, "Ah, damn, it's Nick Ram." I will be in attendance, man. We're really excited for season 2. We got 2 tag team titles that we're going to give out. We're in the midst of making them right now. Nick Ram, tell the people what to expect this season and what they should be watching out for.
Y'all should know your factions and members of WWE and AEW. And, you know, I'm just saying, been watching a lot of John Cena rap battles and Max Caster raps. Not saying that's important. Not saying it's not. Just saying. We got new rounds.
Just saying what you've been doing lately.
Grounds, man.
So basically, if you haven't figured out a way to hate your life even more, you're really gonna hate your life after doing a round of 3-count trivia, and just hope he doesn't give you and your partner all women's trivia. You know what I mean? Just hope for it. You know, it doesn't hurt. You know, crazy. That's crazy. We're not misogynistic, but you're just a hater.
That's what it is.
That's all that it is.
Well, there's a certain legend, if you will. I'm gonna call him a legend because I think he is. You know what I mean? He was hating really hard. Apparently, and I don't know why. I do know why. He hates Tony Khan. But you know, came out with his podcast, doing a whole lot of talking. But he spoke about Mercedes Moné. He said Mercedes Moné just doesn't do it. She's not interesting. When she touches the mic, it's boring. It sucks. It's not it. Before I get Brandy Savage comments on what Eric Bischoff said about Mercedes Moné, Nate Ram, do you agree with Mr. Eric Bischoff?
Eric Bischoff has never said anything that I agree with. I mean, Eric Bischoff is a weird guy. He'll love somebody for a half a month, and then they'll disagree with one thing, and then all of a sudden he's like your biggest enemy. Eric Bischoff used to be on AEW. He used to fucking praise it. And now all of a sudden they were like, Tony Khan was like, "Oh, we're a little bit better than WCW." And Eric Bischoff was like, "How dare you?" And then he bashes them ever since.
As you should.
No, Eric Bischoff, honestly,
83 weeks. Something TK will never do.
He's a joke.
83 weeks. 83 weeks. AEW will never do it for 83 weeks.
Did you agree with Eric Bischoff's comments?
No, honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna get mad flack for this, but whenever Mercedes Moné opens her mouth, I mentally tune out. In ring work, she's amazing. She's great.
Chano Bischoff, people. Chano Bischoff.
But I'm not gonna hold you. I don't care when she opens her mouth. I generally don't. Well, that's the love of his life. Of course, he's not going to agree with Eric Bischoff said.
Pretty savage. What do you have to say to
Bischoff know about like wrestling? He knows something about Crash TV. He don't know
83
about
weeks.
wrestling.
83 weeks.
Yeah, 83 weeks with Crash TV. I would I say that I was wrong.
83 weeks. I'm not going to hold you. The fact that that's his podcast title is hilarious. I'm not going to hold you. It's the pettiest thing
goes
ever.
on to his greatest accomplishment because he has nothing else to show for it.
I'm not going to hold you. A year, bro. A year and some, bro. Almost 2 years. That's crazy.
Who hates more, Bubba Ray or Eric Bischoff?
Oh, Eric Bischoff for sure.
Oh, Eric Bischoff.
Bubba Ray will go back on a statement that he made. If he'll be like, I really overthought. Like Bubba Ray he retracts himself. Eric Bischoff will double down. People will be like, "You're tripping," and he'll be like, "She's dumb." I'm
not gonna hold you.
I can't stand Eric Bischoff.
Bischoff is a wild man, but I do agree with this case. I don't care much for Mercedes cuts a promo. It just doesn't do it for me. Honestly, she can just do the CEO dance every time she's in the ring and not talk. And just point at her next opponent, and I'll be fine. I swear to God. Just do the dance.
Man, I don't.
She does my next opponent.
I don't agree with the legend Eric Bischoff, man.
Scott who's next. Then Julia Hart. that can be how she go to promos, and I'll be completely fine.
I mean, that's entertaining. That's entertaining.
It just danced for 6 minutes, and Brandon loses his absolute mind at the TV every single time. Tony Khan be like, "This is the moment you've been waiting for. Mercedes Moné money dance while she names her next opponent." And Brandon's like, "Yes, yes, 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 yes."
Oh man, hey, that's man, everybody. That's our show. Thanks for chilling us. Thanks for hanging out with us, fellas. You know what to do. Get your plug.
I have a question. So for all the listeners, I want you to comment the exact minute that I broke Martin on today's episode. It is right down the minute.
And how shook were you when he got shook?
Because he broke. He snapped.
Oh man. Go ahead and get your plugs while we get up out of here.
So you can find me. Channel Hayes at CHANCKO_, and also on 4SIDESOTR on Twitter. Listen, guys, I have social media burnout. I want nothing to do with social media at the moment. So posting has been a little limited. I apologize. But social media is a lot, and it's taxing. And you guys are toxic on the internet. I'm not going to lie. But soon, we'll be back full time.
And of course, I'm Nit Ram, the one that makes them say, "Oh, damn." Your host of 3 Count Trivia, your host of Opinionated, and you can catch me on Twitter at NITRAM_4OSTR.
And I'm Brandy Savage. You can find me on Instagram at Life and Times, or you can find me at Twitter Brandy FKN Savage. Brandy freaking Savage.
You already know. The founder MH, I'm Marcus Hernandez, but most of all, man, follow us on all our social media platforms, 4 Sides OTR and X, 4 Sides of the Ring podcast, on everything else. We truly appreciate everybody listening to us. Y'all enjoy SmackDown. Enjoy your weekend, because next week I feel like it's going to be stacked. And always remember, if you're not enjoying wrestling, you're just not watching it right. See y'all next week.
Sign the Zombie King.